Start a new track. What should I make?
Okay. Alright, hi everyone. Welcome into this stream today. Yes, it is a Wednesday stream, which is a little unusual. But I wanted to hop in for a minute before I am scheduled to do there's a PoE2 developer live stream happening at 1, about an hour and a half from now. And I'm going to be restreaming that. We got double audio, yeah. Let me fix that. I'm going to be restreaming that. So I wanted to hang out a little bit before that starts. Hi, Zep. Can you do a favor for my boyfriend and say, truck, truck? Oh, God. Why did you need me to say that? Yeah, that's a little sus. Zepla, what have you done? Your new Elementalist Elite spec, the bunny spec, is causing so much trouble right now. It's Bunarchy spec. Actually crashing. Is that the reason I can't log in? It's the reason I'm having problems. Is it Bunarchy? People are telling me it's beta day. Okay, no problem, no problem. It says that I can't access the login server, and yet I'm in the game. That's really odd. I've never had these kinds of problems before. So I have not had a chance to practice at all since the other day, since Monday, when I unlocked Virtuoso, which I love. But I haven't had a chance to practice. I probably won't get a chance till the weekend. I am going to be a busy bun this week because... Oh, these people have beta tags on their names? Are they testing out new thing? What's going on over here? What's happening today? Yes, I finally unlocked Virtuoso and I just think it's so cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be a busy bun because of the midnight reveal stuff. I'm gonna have to today record my video and edit it all myself. Hopefully get it done by tonight. I'm gonna do it. Yes, it will be me editing, so it's gonna be pretty chaotic, I imagine. So I'm gonna be pretty busy today, but hopefully I'll get it all done today. Are you gonna push the video out before midnight? That would be amazing. I actually recorded it last night, and I was like, okay, well, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. And I go to OBS to click stop recording, and the button says start recording. It said start recording. God! Please said it wasn't. I haven't done that in quite a few years. That felt so bad. It felt so bad. I really could not. Hey, wait! Does this mean I can see people do the bunny spec right now? If I go in here, will I see other people bunny mancing? They got disabled. Oh, no. It's okay. I see, okay. It's currently broken. Oh my god, the game just crashed. Alright. It's a Bunarchy class. I see. Okay. Well, what's the news that they've announced today? I heard that they were going to give some more info about the elite specs today. It's going to be like that for the next few hours. Wow. This is insane. I never have problems connected to this game. It's usually really, really solid. I'm surprised. It's a bug with familiars. Yeah, it's the bunnies. I'm telling you. It's going to be kicking a lot from the server. Okay. Well, what can we do that's not going to be a problem if I just get kicked a lot? Can I... We can just be persistent, I guess. Oh yeah, I'm having a problem even selling things. Ah! Test Troubadour. You sent me mail. Oh, really? Put this exquisite coral jewel in the back piece. Select Rampagers. Oh, you sent me all the gear. But this is for Condi, right? I thought we were doing power build. Transferring your equipment to your wardrobe. What? For the PvP rank you have gained, you've received a transfer. What are they talking about? I'd delete that. I don't need to know about that. But yeah, you sent me all this stuff. Put this stuff on under your 2 equipment tab and call it Condi gear. Okay, let me try to figure this out. So this is my main gear. But you can have a separate tab where the gear goes, is what you're telling me. Okay, I'm learning. There's 2 gear templates, so you can create... So it's like you're wearing 2 sets of gear at the same time? Okay. Put the mask. Yes, I would like to soulbind that. Let's figure this out. Okay. So what's the situation where I would want to use one over the other? Did I get shoes? Let's see. Yes. Wow. That's very generous, Daggy. Thank you. An earring. That goes in the back. Oh. Amulet. Earring. Ring. And a ring. Okay. You said there's other thing. Back item. Okay. Put this exquisite coral jewel in the back piece. Okay. How? Customize. We want Berserker. In the gym. How do I do that? Double click? Yes. Okay. It says I'm still missing some things. Gildeth Wars. Yes. Yeah. Condi is better in prolonged fights over shorter fights. Oh, okay. For Condi we don't... Oh, right! It's the wrong stats. Oh my god. Can I... You're right. Can we change it? crap. It was supposed to be rampagers. Oops. I messed up. I don't know if I don't know what to do now. I'm sorry. Okay. Weapon set. Nice. Dagger in your main hand with agony sigil. This is a sword for the offhand. I will try to read the instructions more clearly. Okay. Agony sigil on the dagger. Got it. Wait, offhand weapon. Right. Not other slot. Okay. Earth sigil. Okay. Focus in your second weapon set. Wait. Focus? This is the focus. With what now? This is a lot to take in. With Earth Sigil. Okay. Got it. Okay. All good? Accessories. Should I just put these in? Says used in template 1. Oh, so you can use something that's already in the other template? You don't have to like remake it all. What should I put in these two things that are red and blinking? The relic and the accessory thing. Let me rename this. Okay. What is this music? It's broke for free, it's called. It should be royalty free. So it should be a-okay. Runes to armor. What? Oh, right. Good call. Yes, that's what these are for. It's for the bleed. Alright. I would never figure this out if y'all didn't tell me. Really. There's just... Oh! I clicked the wrong thing? No, it's fine. Wait. No, it's fine. Okay. There we go. As for this, I guess I'll just put what I had in the other. Yeah, I might as well. Wow, well, the fit is not it. we need some glamour. We need some transmog. God, I'm gonna get all these terms mixed up. Like no, I was like wardrobe, glamour, transmog. I was gonna say all these interchangeably. Not thief, other relic. We want... Oh, because condition duration. Yeah, I should maybe try reading them. What's this? Oh, don't I have this? Did I not buy all this stuff yet? I'll deal with that later. Oh, what you got for me? Unidentified purple dye. Bellion, thanks. Let's see what kind it is. Purple. I lost it already. Indigo, I already have that one. Dang. I had that already. Dang. Now we are pretty much set. Okay. Well, there's only one problem. The problem is that I don't know how to play the game. Well, I'm getting better. I'm starting to understand a lot better. That's true. But, oh, you sent me some more dyes. I don't have white gold. Now I do. Imperial gold. Awesome. Bellion, thank you. Let's get these. Learned. Amazing. Okay. Ooh, look, it's a rare thing I got out of one of these. What does it look like? It looks pretty cool. I wish I could zoom in, dang. Elonian War Sickle. It's a axe. Unlock skin. Remember when Zepla wasn't opening mail on stream just in case? I'm never going to be able to remember that. I won't. You know that? I also know. Oh, white gold dye I didn't learn. Yay. Everything else we have unlocked. Yes. Good. Have you tried Troubadour yet? No, I haven't. I don't really know how to go about doing that. Have you tried it? Do you think that I should? Okay, stick to power for now. Yeah, I think I will. I barely figured out how to do this one. Okay.
Gaggy Guy says you have baby character slots on your character screen.
Okay, let's figure it out. Let's try to do that then. Let me clean up the inventory first, because I'm a stickler about this. Okay. It won't let me salvage this one. Why? That's weird. Okay. So, if I go to the character select screen... Oh, wait. Going back to the power build. Okay, so if I go back to character select, then I can make a troubadour. Oh no! Crap. It's a little bit unstable here today. Okay. Let me... One sec. As we try to log back in here. Put the mislock music. Okay. So, to test the new elite specs, we have to create a new character in the beta character slot. Okay. So we can't test Bunny Mancy yet. Oh god. I should not waste time trying to figure out how to make a good character. It's a bad idea. Let's just do the randomizer. No. No. This character will get deleted. Oh my god. Can we get these people yeeted out? Thank you. Oh my god. Okay. Face. This is not that bad. I'll just randomize it till we get one that I like. That's decent. That's okay. Okay, hair. What is she doing? I'll be quick about this. I'll be quick about it, okay? It's gonna take 2 seconds. Just chill. Chill for a second. I mean... Okay. Let's just be green. We're gonna test... Troubadour. Yeah. Okay. Purple. That's good. Alright, that's fine. We don't need to spend forever on this. Whoop! Oh my god, that's so scary! What the hell? Oh my god! Oh my god, what's a face like that? What? Oh my god! Why? What the mask? It's a mask? I don't remember having that mask on my character. What the hell is this crap? Oh my god. I'm scared. A Mesmer's mask. What? Did I have that? I don't remember this at all. The game client is unable. Oh my god. It's cursed. Yeah, the server is... Okay. Okay, I made it. Ba, 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 ba. We're gonna learn how to test a beta character today. Hopefully. Okay. Wow, this is the place to be. So many betas here. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Oh, wait. Alright, I can already do the flute. Good. Bang a drum. I should read what these things do. Notes. Perform with your lute, sending out damaging sound waves. So, where's the training dummy? That's what we need to go find. Consume all notes to continue playing in the background. Oh, like, so it's like you're combo points. What does this do? Play a tune with the lute. Confusing enemies in front of you. I need to test it. How do we get to the aerodrome from Lion's Arch? I know how to get there from this. Oh no! Dang it. This might be a little bit of a challenge today. Oh, you think that there's a setting in Twitch I can activate to prevent accounts under a certain creation age from chatting? That's a good idea. I should really look into that because we get these people in here like every day. Okay, port to aerodrome and like, God! Ah! Man! The server barely holding on. Dang. Is it the new graphics card? I have not got the new graphics card yet. We're gonna get the new CPU installed today, hopefully, after the stream today. Even though I paid extra for expedited shipping from Newegg, they only sent one thing out of my order quickly. Everything else is late. So that's weird. Doot doot. It must be an old egg, yes. Yeah. Heck. Maybe... I don't know. Maybe I should just, like, do reacts instead. It seems a little cursed. Might be a bust. I did call, actually, and they said they would refund me half the money for the expedited shipping. Because I got one of the things on time. So, I'm like, okay. Cool. I'll tell you what, Newegg has dropped off over the last few years. It has. Zepla hyped the game too much. Now no one can play. I mean, I think the word is getting out.
Says you can watch Lara's new vid now. It's old enough.
That the game is really good. Yeah. The word is definitely getting out. Okay. I can watch that video. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's probably a good idea. Let's try that. But... Let me scroll up a little bit and find the link. It's called All New Elite Specs Explained. Yay! Is it now old enough? As you say? It has been 2 days. Yes. Yes, it is now okay. I do believe so. Yeah, because the game don't want to stay on. I felt like I was having a better time just playing my current character. I think the beta character is going down even more often than the beta character. So, I mean the main character. Can't tell you how many new player streams I've seen lately. Well, I'm happy about it. That's great. Heck. Alright, let's just watch this for now. Maybe, you know, give the servers a little break. It's everyone. Yeah, Lion's Arch was definitely a bad call. Hot map is fine. First, we'll watch this, and then we'll try to get into to the Heart of Thorns map and just like mess around in it for a bit.
So, after almost 4 years...
Okay, let's make sure the audio sounds good. Is that loud enough for y'all? Can you hear it?
So, after almost 4 years, Guild Wars 2 is releasing a new set of elite specializations. Every class is getting a new specialization, and they have now all been officially revealed. Today, I want to take a look at all of them, in case you haven't kept up with all of the reveals. I also want to share my personal thoughts. Along the way, we'll even make a tier list of how much hype I am feeding for the different specs. Because after all, every video needs a tier list.
True.
Very soon, we'll be able to try these elite specializations for ourselves in the beta. So maybe this video can be helpful in figuring out which one you want to try. Let's get started. The first elite spec we got to see is for the Mesmer. This is the Troubadour. The Troubadour is the long-awaited music specialization for Mesmer, and as someone who led the music guilds for 10 years, I am really excited about this theme. The Troubadour's F skills are no longer shatters, but instead they are
Led a music guild. What is that? What is that? What does that mean? Music? What? She had a guild that performs concerts in game. What? What is that? That's insane. Okay, so there's instruments that you can actually play in Guild Wars 2, and so it's like an FXV, where we have bards that play music, and we have like groups of people that will go and perform music. It's really cool. Wow! You can equip instruments that can be fully played with different notes in game. Uh-huh. Awesome. Wow, I didn't know that. I don't think I've seen that in game yet. I don't remember seeing it, but...
instruments that you can play. Each instrument has its own effects, like damage or healing. When you finish playing an instrument, it will also stick around for a little while in illusionary form. And that is where it gets interesting. Similarly to the Virtuoso, the Troubadour doesn't build up clones. Instead, you will get these notes, and the more notes you have when you summon an instrument, the longer that the instrument will last. You actually get a little bar over the instrument skill in your UI, so you can keep track of how much longer your instrument has left. It's almost a little bit like a pet class. So if you're smart, you build up some notes before you summon an instrument. And then, once you have a whole bunch of instruments, you can press crescendo and get some super strong damage or healing effects. I love how the Troubadour turns the usual Mesmer Shatter mechanic completely upside down.
So, first, when she said it's like Virtuoso, and you have a copy of the loot like floating next to you, in my mind, I'm like, oh shit. Conjure this loot and frickin' throw it at your face. Like, smash guitars on people's faces, but unfortunately, that is not the case.
I actually think it's a lot more of a game changer than the Virtuoso was, and I
love some drumsticks at you.
I cannot wait to try the Troubadour, and I think this spec will be truly awesome. So, on my excitement tier list, Troubadour is going into S tier. Up next is the Luminary, the new specialization for Guardian. Luminary feels a bit like
I think it looks so cool.
Guardian meets Holosmith? Luminaries get this spooky blue brazier, which they can channel into themselves to enter Radiant Shrouds. In Radiant Shroud, you get access to Radiant weapons. Each skill in your bar is a different Radiant weapon, and each skill also has a flip over. There's a hammer, a staff, a sword, and a shield, and you can use all of these. The more weapons you decide to use, the longer the cooldown of Radiant Shrouds will be, and different weapons will give you bonuses that linger after you exit your shrouds. So if you're smart, you might want to enter your shroud on a certain weapon so that you get the right bonus effects. This shroud mechanic reminds—
Wait, so you have a different weapon for every button for Luminary? But then what weapon do you carry in your hand? How does this work? Does your weapon that you carry in your hand change into other kind of weapon? Do you not see your weapon? What's going on?
Me a lot of Holosmith, which I think is good because Holosmith is one of my favorite elite specializations ever. Luminaries also keep their regular core guardian virtue skills, which I think is kinda neat since I haven't really used those in PvE for years. But the Luminary has also seen quite some criticisms for its shroud visuals. A lot of people say that they're a bit blinding, which I think is pretty fair.
Blinding.
When you're in Shroud,
Yeah.
you also get this little bar, which denotes how much time you have left. And while I'm glad that there is a bar at all, I think it's just really small. I really don't know why the developers keep adding these super small UI elements. I wish they just make it large and easier to see at a glance.
Honestly,
Overall, I think Luminary has the
yeah.
potential to be really fun, but the visuals and the UI may need to be tweaked a bit. On my hype list, Luminary is going into B tier.
B?
The Ranger.
For me, that would be probably A. I really like the aesthetic and the idea of it, but that's probably one of my biggest gripes actually about the game is the UI that you can't really edit. You can't really customize very much at all. That's been a real problem for me. I wish I could, in particular, make icons bigger. Definitely, because like my screen gets bigger and my vision gets worse over time.
The Ranger will be getting the Gale Shot specialization, and this is definitely looking like one of my favorites.
Yeah,
in my
so
opinion,
it's cool.
the longbow and the shortbow are actually pretty good weapons for Ranger, but none of the elite specs have really leaned into that archery team very much. Until now. The Gale Shot gets access to the Cyclone Bow. They still have their 2 regular weapon slots as well, but you can now press F5 and switch to your Cyclone Bow whenever you want.
I'd like to
There
test
is
that,
no
actually.
cooldown to this. You can just pop in and out whenever, just like the tomes on Firebrand. All Cyclone Bow skills, except for the auto attack, use arrows. You regenerate these arrows over time, and they show up around your health bar. These
ammo.
skills have some gorgeous animations, and they also generate wind force. When you have enough wind force, your auto attack becomes Hawkeye, which has you jumping into the air and unleash
What is this icon? What the hell?
attack becomes Hawkeye.
Oh my god! This is Peepo stare icon. That's terrifying. Okay.
Which has you jumping into the air and unleashing a super amazing 360 no scope. So
Oh my
cool.
God, that's-
After the
it
initial
is
reveal,
cool, but
a lot
what
of
the
people thought that the Gale Shots was looking maybe a little basic. But now that we've seen
Oh my
gameplay,
God.
I think it looks like a total blast to play. It
I
adds
love
this whole
that.
new dimension to playing Ranger, and I think it will also be super fun in open worlds. You can just run around, and then when you need range, you can just pop in and out of your Cyclone Bow whenever. The utility skills are Squall skills, and these all look super fun. They're all just pretty unique. There's an ice wall you can shoot projectiles through, a dash that launches you into the air, and an elite
Yes.
skill which literally throws a tornado. Gale
Wait a
Shot
minute.
seems like it's primarily DPS focused, but it is also able to give its allies quickness. I find that a bit surprising since Untamed is already pretty good at that, but Druid is a little bit shaky as an alacrity DPS. Regardless though, Gale Shot looks super fun and I cannot wait to play it.
Hold up. How far in the air can you shoot yourself to be jumping up? Because does this mean that me, a person without a bunny mount, could jump higher to places that I need to reach in Heart of Thorns that are difficult for me? That could I just launch myself up to the platform that I shouldn't be at?
Yes,
normally?
my hype is in S tier. The new specialization for Thief is the Antiquary, and this was initially definitely a more controversial spec. As we've gotten more details, the
So-
perception has kind of shifted, and there seems to be a
Ratmancer?
lot of excitement around
Right.
it now. Antiquaries are artifact hunters, and they team up with a Scrit companion to obtain these artifacts.
Rat
The
Jam.
spec really leans into a powered-up version of the Thief's Steel mechanic, Scrit Snatch. Every time you use it, you get 2 artifacts, and the ones that you get are random. There
No.
are a lot of artifacts you can get, so this might just be the elite spec with the most new available skills. It seems perfect if you're into reactive gameplay. Instead of following a set rotation, you roll the dice and react to whatever the game throws at you. RNG can, of course, also be kind of frustrating, and because of that reason, there are traits that let you control the RNG just a little bit. You can get a third artifact, or get access to reshuffle, or guarantee that you will always get one offensive and one defensive artifacts. There are also utility skills which you can use while they are on cooldown, but depending on how early you use them, they have a chance to backfire and potentially give you a negative effect as well. Probably not something you would want to use in most situations, but it's an interesting risk to take when you are in a tough situation. Because who knows, maybe you will get lucky. I really like the idea of Antiquary. It just seems very unique and not like any other spec that we've ever seen before. But I do think the randomness needs to be properly tuned, because otherwise it could end up feeling a little bit annoying to play. On my list, Antiquary is going into A tier.
So if I agree on the S tier picks, but I would swap... Wait, why don't we have F tiers? Like, we don't have tiers below B? Like, where's the C, D, and F? I mean, for me, I couldn't care less about Antiquary. Like, y'all can keep that one. I have no interest, thank you. No, just no.
The next elite spec is one that will immediately be familiar to Guild Wars 1 players.
It's not that... I'm not saying that the spec is F tier. It's about your hype, right? It's a hype meter F tier. How much do I personally care about that?
Warrior is getting Paragon, which was originally a class in Guild Wars Nightfall. The class has been pretty faithfully reinterpreted for Guild Wars 2, giving warriors their first ever spec truly designed to be a healer. As a Paragon, you get access to free chants.
I actually love this
These all
one.
have an initial supportive effect, and after that they will continuously pulse support over time by draining these motivation points. You generate these motivation points every time you use a burst skill, so you want to burst a bunch and then pulse lots of supports. It is honestly a bit more involved than I expected, and it makes me excited to give Heal Warrior another shot. I really like the animations, and there's this super neat elite skill that temporarily makes you and your allies unable to die. This wing animation, oh, it looks just so cool. While I love the theme of Paragon, I do have a couple of concerns. I think it's probably the most basic of the new elite specs. The traits just don't feel super exciting, and with the current preview, it looks like there's not a lot of DPS options. I really want to be able to play DPS Paragon or Boon DPS Paragon, but I'm not really sure how viable that is going to be. I think the developers may need to cook these traits just a little bit more. I would say my excitement for Paragon is currently about B tier.
What? That's so crazy. It's amazing. What? This is up at the top for me. Especially if you're telling me that other people around me can use their ability to make me not die. Could we, like, have people go in order and take turns? Just lots and lots of Paragons, one after another, to prevent me from dying. I'll be immortal.
But Paragon is not the only returning class from Guild Wars 1. Necromancer is getting the Ritualist, based on the class from Guild Wars factions. And wow, this is an incredible looking elite spec. I am so excited. With this specialization, you get access to Ritualist Shrouds. Once you're in there, your skills will summon different spirits, which all have an initial attack and then keep auto-attacking. It almost looks a bit like playing Mesmer with clones, but there is a lot of QOL. You can shadow step your spirits around. Your F skills let you rupture your spirits, but if a spirit expires, it also automatically ruptures. So convenient. It looks like so much fun to place your little group of spirits, and it feels so in line with the Guild Wars 1 Ritualist. The traits also look fantastic.
Oh, it was in Guild Wars 1.
Letting you teleport spirits around, letting spirits persist after you leave Shroud, and even giving bonus effects to summoned creatures. Minions are also summoned creatures, so minions might just be a lot better on Ritualist. Is it finally time to play a minion monster? Ritualists can give their allies boons, and there are also a lot of heal related traits. So I expect Ritualist to have solid builds for DPS, boon DPS, and quickness healer. I cannot wait for this spec. It just looks like the pet army spec I've always wanted for Necromancer. This is easily S tier for me. Up next is the Conduit, which is a new specialization for the Revenants. Every Revenant spec introduces a new legend you can channel, and for Conduit, this is Raza, a mysterious mist entity that we first encountered in Guild Wars 1.
Wait, what?
As a Guild
Okay,
Wars 1 player, I love this. And the spec really feels like it reflects this old character. Raza was kind of unique, because as a hero in your party, they were able to change their primary class. So, Raza could go from being a Ritualist to being a Dervish, or being a Mesmer. And this Guild Wars 1 gimmick is a big part of Raza's gameplay in Guild Wars 2. Depending on the legend you equip alongside Raza, your lead skill will change, and one of Raza's utility skills will get a bonus effect. There's also a new F2 skill, which has different effects depending on your current legend. This means that Raza should synergize quite well with the rest of your builds. Raza can become good at Connie damage, or power damage, or even strong survivability or support. Staying in a legend for longer also gives you a...
So, just to be clear, all of these can tank or heal or DPS. It just depends on how you build it. Yeah, these are gonna be locked behind the expansion, but you can try the beta now. But good luck trying it today. It's been very difficult to stay connected to the game because the servers are having some instability today.
Affinity stacks, which then extend the duration of your F2 skill. It looks like a pretty fun mechanic, but oh gosh, ArenaNet, why does the UI for this need to be so small? What is this? An energy bar for ants?
Right.
I think Conduit is really elegantly designed and will probably be quite fun. But it is maybe not quite as game-changing as some of the other new specializations. Some of the other ones are just really mind-blowing. I also wish Conduit would have access to quickness or alacrity to make support Conduit a lot more viable. All in all though, I will definitely be giving Conduit a try, just maybe after I try some of the other specializations first. For now, Conduit is going into low A tier.
Wow, I'm surprised. It sounded
I
like
am gonna try immediately is the Amalgam, which is the new specialization for Engineer. Engineer is one of my most played classes, so I was really hoping that I would like this spec. Fortunately, it looks like ArenaNet delivered.
Oh,
Amalgams have a symbiotic bond with a slimy ooze creature, and your ooze can transform into all kinds of stuff. It's kind of left field, and not a theme I ever expected, but honestly, I think it's really fun. An Amalgam's tool belt is replaced by morph skills. Instead of getting tool belt skills based on your utilities, you get to just choose from a pool of morph skills. It's like you get an entire customizable extra skill bar. There are a lot of these morph skills. Your ooze can turn into a giant hammer, a massive blade, or even a protective layer of spikes.
Oh, you can be spiky.
Your F5 skill becomes Evolve.
That's actually pretty cool.
And this skill has effects that depend on the morph skills that you pick. So for example, picking the hammer morph skill also adds healing and stability to your F5 skill. This means that you can kind of customize your F5 skill for your specific builds. There are also some pretty neat chemically inspired utilities, like one that turns you into a gas to stun break, and one that turns you into a liquid to evade. I do think that the last one could use a more flowy animation, you know, to really make it feel like you're playing Splatoon. I am incredibly impressed by the Amalgam. The theme is kind of interesting. The buildcraft options seem endless and the skills look super fun to use. No notes. I cannot wait to give this one a shot. My hype is absolutely S tier. Next, let's look at the Elementalist spec.
I'd put it at A.
The Evoker. Oh my gosh. It's got cute animals. Look at that fox. There is a cute rabbit,
it's a
water otter, an
earth
toad. Oh my god. The Evoker evokes a spirit friend that hangs out with you. And the neat thing is that you pick one to take into battle. It's kind of like choosing your starter Pokemon. The Fire Fox is more Connie focused. The Air Hare is focused on power, the Water Otter is great at healing, and the Earth Toad is good for survival. You charge up your Spirit Friend by casting weapon skills, and once you have enough charges, you press F5 to let your spirit do its basic skill. After 3 of
so
these
happy
basic
about this.
skills, your familiar can cast its empowered skill, and those look super fancy. Each familiar specializes you into a specific element and encourages you to use it a lot. Skills for that element charge your familiar faster, and the cooldown for that element also gets reduced a lot.
It's kind of like, I'm having some graphical problems watching the video. I don't really know why that's happening. Hey, I have a question about this. So you can just focus on one animal? Like, what if I only want to do Bunny Mancy? Is that okay? Or are you expected to be swapping around all the different animals?
Panic reminds me a lot of Fresh Air, which lets you go into air attunement a lot. I think Fresh Air is one of the most fun traits in the game, so having a spec that similarly lets you go into certain attunements faster...
Okay, yes, you can hard focus on one. That's great!
Seems like super fun. There are also some pretty fun looking utilities,
I'm so
like
glad.
this air dash and this earth shield. These also get bonus effects if you're specialized in that specific element. But as of right now, that is just a bonus stun break. I love how, by choosing your spirit friend, this spec has a lot of different playstyles. There are options for damage, healing, quickness, alacrity. It is just so flexible.
I'm very, very happy about it.
There's even a trait that locks you into a specific element. I don't think it's really for me, because I actually like attunement swapping. But if you are a true fire wizard, this might be perfect for you. All in all, I love everything about the Evoker, and it's gonna be the first spec I'm gonna try in the beta. Setting things on fire with a cute fox, count me in. This is my most hyped spec. It's going right
it is the most hyped spec. Totally agree. S++.
And with that, we have now discussed all the new elite specializations for Visions of Eternity.
All right.
If you're excited, make sure to try them out in the beta that is starting on Wednesday. I will, of course, also be streaming this beta a lot over on twitch.tv/Luranity. I think in general, this new set of elite specs looks really, really well done. But of course, I'm also really curious to hear your thoughts. That's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.
That was nice. Well, I sure wish that I could test the beta specs, but I can't right now because the game is not staying online. It is too hard. Someone, how do you heal people, warrior? I yell at them to get better. Pull yourself together, soldier. Awesome. So it looks like your favorite elite specs are Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox. What a great comment. Wow. That's funny as hell. So for me, I think the Ranger one with the Gale shot bow looks amazing. Bunny Mancy is my #1 thing I'm excited about. Troubadour looks okay, but honestly, I'm kind of already locked into Virtuoso, so I don't really see myself playing a lot of Troubadour. And actually, I thought Luminary and Paragon looked really neat too, but my prios are definitely Bunny Mancy and hold on a second. The Gale shot, I think. Yeah. Is that what it's called? Yes, it is what it's called. Those are the ones I'm most excited for. For shit. Yeah, I need to start leveling an Elementalist. But not yet. We have priorities. The priority is continuing through the story. I've got stuff I need to unlock. And so I might wait on that. Fresh Air Lightning only Bunny Mancy. Yes, that sounds really fun. I actually do have a Ranger leveled, but I don't really know, like, how does the story progress? How can you make it carry over to the alt? How do you do that? Like, go to the alt and is there an easy way to just activate? Yes, I've completed season 1, season 2. Living World. Finish hot, then switch to Ellie. Okay. Maybe. Bunny's going for Bunny Voker and causing server crashes. Yeah, that's what I've heard. That the bunnies in particular is what's crashing the servers today. Now, the story is character specific, but you don't have to redo it. You can start a story at any new story step. Oh. So the next point would be starting season 3. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Is there a Guild Wars 2 fashion section on the Discord yet? Ooh, I don't think so, but I feel like we need one. We need a screenshots section for it. We have the channel for chatting about Guild Wars 2, but I think it's like a forum thread that we've been using. But we kind of need the fashion one. I would love to see those. Yeah. What have you done, fellow bun buns? If you want to do season 3 as your ranger. I think if I were going to choose between Gale Shot and the Bunny Mancy, I would go with the Bunny Mancy. Like, wow. I'm not going to switch to ranger for that. And frankly, I've enjoyed Mesmer more than ranger in general. So the Gale Shot would be a third priority. Now, does everyone have drops active? Oh yeah, that's a good question. Do you see the drops active here on Twitch for your it's the drops that were active a couple of weeks ago, but now you have another chance to get them if you didn't get them all last time. I actually didn't get them all last time, so I'm really happy that they're bringing these back. Yep. Great, so you did get the 2 drops so far. That's good to know. Okay, so let's see if we can get back into the game. Now, in about, unfortunately, in about half an hour, not unfortunately, but FYI, in about half an hour, I've got to swap over to the PoE2 category, and we're going to be watching the live stream, the dev live stream about the upcoming patch. So that's going to be at 1. This will be at 35 minutes from now. So I guess more like 20. I'm going to be swapping over there. So I don't know what we're going to be able to do in 20 minutes. I hope we could test things a little bit. We can try again. But it's been a bit cursed today trying to do this. I will try again. Yes. Hello. Was Zepla responsible for breaking my game? It's the Bunarchists. It's not me. It's them. I told them not to do Bunarchy, but they always do it. And now they're doing it on the server. They don't listen to me. They just, you know, I punish them so much, and they just keep doing it, and now everyone... Oh, is this where I need to go? Okay, right. Where is the portal to the aerodrome or whatever? Guys. Nozdormu! Hey! Good to see you here. South. Okay. It's south. Oh, it's over here. God, I'm scared to like port or do anything because I feel like I'm about to be kicked.
Check Whisper.
Check Discord. No, it's not there. Okay, I'll check Discord. Oh, you said Whisper, actually.
Isn't it obvious?
Aerodrome waypoint.
We're pulling our tail.
Look at the eyes. Tilt your head a
Special
little.
Forces training area. That's it.
Burn me, it's a sting.
That's it. Oh, I see it now. Okay, it's actually right here. Today I learned. It did sound like Discord. Yeah. Over there. This wasn't working earlier. Let's try it now. I'm sure it'll be fine. Seems like it got a little better. So I came here for the first time on Monday, and I have learned how this thing works. But I'm in here all alone? It's like a solo instance, I guess. Golem spawner. Please spawn my golem.
Hi there. Use the console to begin combat testing. If you have any inquiries, come speak to me.
Okay. So, how does this work? We want to generate notes. But I have one note. Harp is playing for 5 seconds. Oh, there it is. So you spawn it and kind of chills next to you for a minute. Then you have all these notes and you can like explodey. Strike up the band and unleash a wave of sonic magic. Did that work? No. Oh, this is the one that consumes the notes. That one also does that. Check your chat. After each minute, it displays your DPI. Oh, cool. So after every minute, it's not just at the end. So the bar here shows you how much time you have left on each instrument playing. What's this over here? You need your instruments to be active. Yeah, it is really hard to see the floaty instruments. They just seem like glowy puffs. It's hard to even tell what they are unless you like really zoom in. Like from this angle, it looks like a cloud. Okay. Deafening drum. We want to get all the instruments up at the same time, and then you do your crescendo, right? With all the instruments active. That's kind of hard. It's probably just hard because I don't know what I'm doing. Yep. I can kind of hear the music that plays. Can you? Let me turn it up. No. It's like a sound effect music. Unique item sounds. Let's turn up everything. Because I should be hearing music as I'm doing this. I have no idea. Like, I'm so confused. I'm super confused. How we can get all these up at the same time and press crescendo. Player instrument volume. Oh, here we go. No. I can hear kind of faintly the dukes of the flutes. Oh my god, what? What's this over here? It's just like generating clones, but not exactly, because you want 5 notes before you conjure another instrument, right? So I have the... Oh, it's 4. Or is it 5? Conjure it. Oh. Virtuoso is better. No, you get the mechanic wrong. Yeah, I don't understand it. Let's do another. Please spawn a golem. Okay. You have player voices off. Disable player chatter. Let me turn it back on. It looks like I did have that off. Player instrument volume. Okay, I turned that up too. It's definitely more complex. You want all the weapons off CD when using F5. But don't you want them up first before you press F5? That's what I was trying to accomplish, but it seemed really difficult. Because it says instruments playing in the background contribute to the amplitude, increasing the strength of the wave. So the more you got up, the better you're doing. Oh, your utility skills have your character say things that can be spoilery. Okay. Then I won't press utility skills then. Just hit F5 and see what happens. But we don't want to do that before we have at least a couple of instruments. Yeah, I feel like this spec is just, it's gonna drive me crazy. I like the concept, but I feel like it's not for me at all. It actually reminds me of how I felt trying to play Bard in FF. I just could not keep track of all of the instruments on time. I couldn't do it then, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it now. Like, I kind of get the idea, but no. I think I'm not gonna play it, probably.
A deadly raid squad is a happy raid squad.
I want to try Gale Shot too. It's advanced. Okay. Sylvari Ranger. Let's randomize. Okay. That's fine. Dog. Zepler. Bunny Mancer is not available. No. Zep, you gotta try the new Alliance raid. Oh, really? Why? Hey, how do we do it so that it's, oh, here, we have it. Okay. So you were saying that you don't know how to get to that area for testing. Well, I just found out yesterday, so I'll show you. Here in Lion's Arch, it's the aerodrome next to Fort Mariner. The new Alliance raid is dope. Did you play FF11? Okay. You sure did. Alright. I did not. Amalgam is impressive too. FF11, my first MMO. Do you still play it? Okay. Pull up another golem. We're just messing around. We're just seeing how this is. Please spawn my golem. Okay. So, how do I access this cyclone boat? You press F5. Can I just keep it on here? I'm just gonna press buttons for a minute. Okay. Do I need to be like micromanaging my pet here? And telling it to attack every time? Oh, here's my arrows. Mushroom King blessing. What the hell is that? Alright, we got Whirlwind. Launch yourself forward with a powerful gust of wind.
Fast as the wind.
Okay, I just put it under myself. Heal and grant super speed. Oh my god, there's the icon. Did you see that? Oh my god. It's that super scary icon. It's the Peepo stare. Yeah! That's good. Okay. What is this? Summon a current of chilling... Wait, what? Northern air. Projectiles that pass through the current become... The current target. No, the current of air become frozen.
I'm fast as the wind.
Oh, so I need to be on this side. It's like Ning Wong. Cut through your target. Deal increased damage against vulnerable foe. I really like jumping as a bunny. Oh, wait, but you need to think about where you put this thing or it can be awkward. Release a massive tornado. Oh, cool. Oh, that's badass. Oh, I really like that. Oh, that's really neat. Oh, here it is. Here. This is the Ranger fantasy, though. Like, this is the class fantasy. So for this, it's supposed to go through the thing and like make them frozen arrows, I guess. Oh no! Dang it! Well, that was really cool. I like that one a lot more, actually. Just Rourke, thank you for the 14-month resub. I really appreciate that. The Golem DPS results show every 20%. Oh, okay. So it's not like on a timer. You should check out how many pets you can collect. Oh, yeah? The more hyped you are, the more likely you get disconnected. That's so true! Oh my god, it's so true. So, Gale Shot is a W. I really like it. You said Loranity played it earlier in open world quite a lot and fell in love with it. You've reached your fun quota. I really want to test Bunny Mancy. Dang. This is more than the third crash today. This has got to be like number 10 or 15 because I crashed quite a bit trying to get into the game before I started the stream today. And I thought it was something wrong with my connection until y'all told me what's going on because this is my first time in the beta. This is my first beta experience with Guild Wars. Okay. I mean, sad. I do have to swap over to PoE 2 for the dev live stream, co-stream in about 15 minutes anyway. But I wanted to test a little more. I guess I should just swap. Dang. Poor Muckluck had so many problems getting in and not getting kicked. Yeah, I bet. So they don't have a streamer server? Yeah. I think your voice double in robotic. Oh, really? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I think it might actually be that the mic is picking up on the AC sounds in my room. Yeah. The AC is very loud. It's the AC robot. Yes. I am here to make it cold. He saves my life every day. It's been surprisingly hot up here in the PNW. But that's going to end in a couple of days, I think. Oh my god, my birthday's on Monday. It's already the 20th. My birthday's on 25th. Oh, soon. Yeah. Feels like there's loads more people on this time. The game seems to be going through a resurgence. And I'm thrilled about it. Because I've been just shouting from the rooftops every day about how great Guild Wars 2. It's actually... it's great, but it's also terrible. Because open worlds... I'm never going to enjoy an open world again. Never. It's just... My standards are now so high that it's just absurd. And I hate that. It's like, because what I now expect is an insane thing to expect. Okay? Like, I can't look at a new zone that's being announced and be like, okay, but why doesn't it have 10,000 layers with, like, nooks and crannies all throughout all of those different layers with different little activities in every single little, like, catacomb and tunnel? And why aren't there underground labyrinths and mazes and jump puzzles for me? Like, that's an insane thing to expect. That's crazy. That's crazy to expect. No one will do that. But it's not insane if a 14-year-old game did it 10 years ago. I guess, you know, I've never seen anyone else try that hard at it. Are you multi-streaming today? Doesn't look like it. But we can do that now. Yeah. Let me pull up the PoE stream here and get sorted. As soon as we can test Bunny Mancy, I need y'all to tell me about it and at me in the Discord. And maybe we can do it before the end of the week. That would be really cool. Still have so much to do. Okay. Let me change my stuff. But today is kind of difficult to play in Guild Wars because of the server problems. We are going to have drops in the PoE 2. Watch party. Okay. All good. Pull this up. Someone putting a Bunny Mancer build for Zepla? Ooh, builds already? Isn't it early? How are you able to make a build if you can't even test it yet? That's crazy. Hmm. The Twitch drop for this is going to be a rare finisher effect, which I can show you in a second. Guild Wars 2 drops still on? No, the drops are connected to the game that you're in the directory of. So as soon as I leave the Guild Wars 2 directory, the Guild Wars 2 drops are not working anymore. And now it's going to swap to Path of Exile 2 drops, which is what's going on. I'm switching it over right.
Don't know who.
Oh my god, ads.
Thumbtack.
Let's fix the audio and stuff here. I have really enjoyed this game. Okay. 9 minutes. So now would be the time to grab a drink, get comfy, get some, stretch a bit, get food, water, that type of thing before the, third edict reveal. So far, this is my favorite ARPG. I've tried them all. And I'm new to the genre, but... update the... Okay. Good. I'm new to the genre, but this is still my fave. It should say drops. The drops are active now for Path of Exile 2. But you do need to connect your Path of Exile account to your Twitch account. Yeah. Okay. Can you hear the audio? Can you hear the music? All good? Hi Zepla, just wanted to shout out the Only Buns WoW Guild. I haven't raided in many years and now I'm in it again. It's all because the buns are so welcoming and supportive. Wow, that makes me so happy! It's my first time doing the hard raiding since Wrath, I think. So yeah, it's been really nice to not to be able to make progress in like a fun and welcoming and friendly environment. The raiding environment is very important, so I'm happy to hear that. All right, so I'm gonna grab a drink really quick, and this looks like it's stretched off screen. It's fit to screen. Yay! Multi-stream is dead. Oh no! Okay, let me fix that first. Before I get up. And we are live on both platforms now. Great. BRB, really fast. No bunarchy. Do not do it. Don't do it. Don't.
Thank you, Optimus Prime.
Zepla bunny sip.
Oh no! Oh my god. What did I just say before I... What did I just say to you before I got up? Oh, don't you scatter now. I'm gonna grab you before you can run all the way off. What I just said. Alright, well. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it now for that. If Grinding Gear Games Chickens made an action RPG, what would it be called? It'd be called Path of Exile. Guys, please don't unsponsor me. Your butt's gonna be so red. Peck and slash. It was horrible. It's horrible. It's not supposed to be good. It's supposed to be a punishment. Okay, dang. Yeah, it's supposed to be cringe because you're not supposed to like it. Because it's punishment for you. Your bad behavior. Okay. Let me open this up over here. Make sure I have everything in order for this. Just Rourke, thank you for the 14-month resub. Thank you for the 13-month resub. At Makaraka, thank you for subbing with Amazon Prime. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you for supporting the stream today. This is starting in 1 minute. I hope that your buns are ready. They are going to be announcing the third edict stuff. Might be announcing new ascendancy, maybe a new class. We don't know. There's just speculation that it should be a pretty chunker of an update. I personally have been having an amazing time in Huntress, but I don't think I've unlocked any of the ascendancies yet. That's a little ways away from me. So I would personally like to hear about new ascendancies, but I don't know if that's going to happen today. My bunny is ready. Yes. I am ready. After that joke, it'll be Wrath of Exile. No! Path? I enjoyed Bleed Huntress quite a bit. Yeah, Huntress is so fun. It feels really impactful. I feel like every button is fun to press and matters. 14 seconds, guys, let's go! "14 seconds. Hold on to your buns.
I'm
Yay!
Jonathan Rogers from Grinding Gear Games, and welcome to GGG Live. Today we're going to show you an exclusive reveal of what's coming next for Path of Exile 2.
Let's go!
Push drops are enabled on today's live stream, so you'll be able to claim your Sun Priest's Incineration rare finisher effect by following the instructions below. Now with that out of the way,
Gotta
let's
link
get
your
started.
accounts.
It's time to give you a teaser of what's coming in Path of Exile 2, the Third Edict.
Okay, let's see it. Is it gonna be a trailer? Yes. Let's go!
Karui! I have called you here to save our people. To save our way. Over the ages, we have known pain like no other. But we endured. And we became mighty. Now, outsiders dishonor our shores. And we have stood by, doing nothing. Hear my voice, ancestors! Show us your strength! Show us the true way! I understand.
All right. It's a dagger. Is that flamethrower? Oh!
The true Lakura Makoi will rise.
Act 4! Of course. 3 interlude acts. Support gem overhaul. I'm not surprised. Massive skill rework. Sprinting! That's big. Sprinting is big. And introducing what? What? Hold up. Abyss. There's not a druid now, but Abyss.
Now, as
This
you
was
can
the
see,
first league
there's
you
a
played
lot
from the
going
start.
on, and we have a lot to reveal today. We'll start by going over Act
Nice.
4, the next chapter in the Path of Exile 2 storyline. But that's not all. There's also 3 new interlude acts to get you to endgame, which means we're removing cruel difficulty too. After that, we'll be going through the massive changes to characters. I'm super excited to show you how
All
I've overhauled the
classes
entire
buff.
support gem system, added new skills, and yes, there are buffs. Next, we'll go over the Rise of the Abyssal, this season's exclusive league mechanic, and talk about the new rewards, crafting systems, areas, and bosses that it adds. After that, it's on to changes we're making to the endgame. Then it's time to talk about items, crafting,
right.
and oh yeah, trade. That's going to be a big one. We'll then go over our new supporter packs and finish up with a live Q&A session where Ziggy D will ask Path of Exile 2's game directors, myself and Mark, your questions from Twitch chat. And after that, at 4 PM Pacific, patch notes. They're not quite complete, but they should give you some nice details to chew on. We've got a lot to cover today, but first, another announcement. When the Third Edict launches on the 29th, we'll be having a free weekend for Path of Exile 2. That's right, Path of Exile 2 will be free for the first time without requiring an early access key. The free weekend will end on September the 1st, so you'll have plenty of time to give the game a try.
That's great. That's
All right,
fantastic.
Let's get started
We're
with
gonna
Act
be.
4.
I'll definitely be playing that day.
The story continues from the end of Act 3. Doyani has agreed to help you find an ancient weapon that can be used against corruption, the instrument of the Third Edict. The weapon was broken in ages past.
Servers are
but
gonna
he
be
believes
destroyed.
that the pieces may be found in the Karui archipelago, the home of the Karui tribes. You will need to journey to Kingsmarch,
Well, it's stunning.
hire a ship, and set sail. When you open the map, you can choose to sail anywhere you like. Act 4 is completely non-linear, and you can visit the islands in any order you choose.
Oh wow, I love that.
Will
That's
you
great.
visit the pristine beaches of Whakapanu Island? The Karui whisper of a curse that afflicts all who travel there. Perhaps it's related to the weapon you set.
What kind of island?
Or maybe you will visit the volcanic shores of the Isle of Kin. The Kin have been more restless recently, mining for sulfite and driven by some dark force.
What's the name of it?
Perhaps you will choose to consult with one of the local Karui tribes. Their ancient wisdom could hold clues to finding the Third Edict. No matter where you choose to go, you will fight dangerous beasts, find fabulous treasures, and battle incredible bosses.
A challenger!
I love the boss fights in this game, honestly.
Soul!
There are 8 islands
It's
to
very,
discover,
very
each teeming with
rewarding.
its own flora and fauna. Act 4
To
contains over
learn.
100 new monster types, 16 new areas, 12 new bosses, and plenty of other interesting encounters. There's a huge amount to show, but we're not going to spoil too much here. We want to give you a chance to discover it all for yourself. What happens after Act 4? Well, until now you had to repeat the entire campaign again before you could face the end game. But after adding Act 4,
I did
the game
not
is far too
expect
long to make you do that.
to see
We
that.
needed something else to do in between the end of Act 4 and the
I
end
saw
game.
it.
So what else could we do? Add 3 new mini-acts, of course, and we're calling them the Interludes.
Okay.
The Interludes are a set of 3 temporary side stories that will be included in the game until Act 5 is released, that will take you to level 65 where the endgame can begin. The first interlude sends you on a journey back to Ogham. Renly has been leading the efforts to rebuild Ogham Village after the defeat of Count Geonor, but there's a new danger afoot. The nearby town of Holton is surrounded by an impenetrable darkness, and each night their corrupted townfolk emerge to raid the local farmlands. You'll discover new areas and new bosses. You'll need to find your way through the darkness, uncover the source of corruption,
Soon you will serve our master.
and defeat it.
Yes, I shall dance with their corpse.
I loved
And
Act
that's just the
1, so
first
having a
interlude.
bonus onto that sounds amazing.
The second interlude will have you return to the Vasteri Desert, where Asala has been given a sacred duty. When the skies align, the gifting of water requires a chosen Sekima to meet with the Selkari, guardians of the sacred water, but they're nowhere to be found. You will need to track down the Selkari, find those responsible for disrupting the gifting, fight even more new bosses, discover the secrets of the ancient ritual, discover new locations,
That's a lot.
and
That's a lot
ultimately
of
help
stuff.
Asala carry out her sacred duty.
This is a
Now for
giga
interlude
patch.
3. As royal thaumaturge of the Vaal, Doyani had plans within plans to save his people from the cataclysm perpetuated by Atzeri's lust for power. One such plan involved sealing a group of willing Vaal deep in a great mountain vault near the home of the Asmeri, deep enough to survive the cataclysm. Even though thousands of years have passed, he believes that their descendants may still live, and may be key to defeating the beast. The journey up the mountain will be dangerous. New foes stand in your way. And the further up the mountain you venture, the colder it will become. Explore caves of ice and enter the vault itself. Who can say what you will find within? The interludes are 6 to 7 areas each and generally include 4 boss fights as well. When you put that together with Act 4, that adds up to 35 new areas in the campaign and 24 new bosses.
There's a lot. That is a ton
It's
of
worth
work.
making clear that the interludes are temporary. When Act 5 and 6 are added, the interludes will be going away.
What?
These are side stories after all.
What?
But don't worry, the bosses and areas that make up the interlude are all part of the endgame. We're not just going to throw them away. And with that, we don't need cruel difficulty anymore. We do know that it was a pretty big chore
To
to
be
have
added
to play
to the
through
end.
the campaign multiple times on each character. And this was a huge reason that the campaign could feel like a bit of a slog when playing through again. But we do also have another new feature to address that particular concern as well. So let's talk about sprinting.
This is
0
great.
3-0, when you hold down the dodge roll button, your character will go into a sprint after they finish the roll. This is available on all character classes, and there's no limitation on how long you can sprint for.
Oh, great!
The primary purpose of this feature is to make navigating areas faster when out of combat. Because of that, if you do take a hit while sprinting, you'll fall to the ground. The best idea is to use a skill when you see monsters. That'll break you out of the sprint so you can engage with no danger. If you do need to run away from monsters, just hold spacebar. You won't be vulnerable during the roll, and you're faster while sprinting than basically any monster in the game, allowing you to retreat from combat. Sprint is a pretty significant change to PoE 2's gameplay. What I like most about it is that we can accelerate the pace of the game for those who want that, without having to compromise on PoE 2's more visceral combat systems. Okay, so that's the new extensions to the campaign, but there's a whole giant league to play through as well. I'll leave that to Mark to talk about later. And that's because what I want to talk about now is the new stuff for your characters. And probably one of the biggest new systems here is with the support gems. Now, support gems are one of the most interesting elements to creating a build. They're what enables so many interesting mechanics and different ways to play. But PoE 2's support gem system has just never been quite right. One of the major issues is the limitation of only having one support gem of each type on your character. We didn't want builds to just become using the same 5 most powerful supports in every skill. The problem with this design, though, is that it's actually working against using multiple skills in your build. If you can only use each support gem on one skill, it means that you're encouraged to go all in on that one ability. And we want to encourage you to combo your abilities, something needed to change.
Right, that makes sense.
So with that in mind, we've removed the restriction of having one of each support gem per character. You can now use as many copies as you like. This should drastically increase the amount of possible builds and increase the amount of skill diversity.
That is fantastic.
There are a lot of potential builds that suffered from the previous restriction. For example, a poison build previously couldn't add poison to more than one skill.
Right.
They couldn't use stacking poison on more than one skill either. This severely limited your ability to combo with anything outside of the specifically designed poison archetype, but now you can. Many utility skills previously couldn't scale to endgame, because the supports that would make them scale were more useful to use on other skills. You would never speed up killing Palm with martial tempo, when you would much rather use it on your primary skill instead. There are more examples like this all over the place. In addition to that, though, we thought there wasn't enough feeling of progression in the supports as you went through the game. There were only 3 tiers of supports, and many of the most important ones were given out at Tier 1. Also, there were no strict upgrades, meaning that upgrading supports when you ran out of sockets required quite a lot of thinking. In order to solve these issues, we now also have multiple levels of many supports as you go through the game. For example, double barrel support gives you an extra bolt, but at the cost of 30% less reload speed. At Tier 2, the penalty gets lowered to 20%. But then at Tier 3, the support gem gets something new. It now reloads automatically when you heavy stun an enemy. In some cases, the highest tiers might work a little differently, and you'll have to decide if you like the upgrade or not, depending on your build. For example, rapid casting. The first couple of levels gives 15, then 20% increased cast speed. But then at Tier 3, it changes to a new approach. For each different spell you cast in the last 8 seconds, you get 10% increased cast speed, which could be a pretty big bonus if you use a lot of different spells. So that's pretty good for upgrades through the campaign, but we wanted to add a little more spice to the endgame for supports too. And that's where our new system, lineage supports, comes in. You can think of these like unique items, but for supports. There are supports that are only available at endgame, but they're much more powerful. Like Ratha's Assault. It's an upgraded version of Double Barrel that reloads your skill as you dodge roll, as well as increasing the number of bolts it can hold. But it does mean that it's the only way you can reload the skill now. Now, unlike regular supports, you can't find these through the uncut support gem. Just like unique items, many of these can be found from specific bosses. And there's a ton in the regular drop pool too. Some of them are fairly rare.
Oh.
Others fairly common. Some of them are build defining. Others are just straight up power upgrades. All in all, there's around 40 lineage supports being added throughout the endgame, so there's a lot of power to find out there. Now, the new support gems are certainly going to open up a lot of builds, but of course we have a huge range of improvements to individual character classes as well. As well as adding new skills, we had a big focus on buffing existing skills so that they can scale well into the endgame. There's a huge amount to cover here, so we're not going to discuss everything. We're just going to quick fire through some of the coolest changes. We wanted to make cold a more useful element on the Ranger, so so we've expanded the cold tools available. As well as increasing its range, Escape Shot now creates fragments of ice whenever it hits the ground. These fragments explode after a short time, making the skill better for killing groups of enemies. But not only that, we added an ice fragment support that creates more of them when killing frozen enemies. And a new buff skill called Ice-Tipped Arrows that allows all your arrows to create ice fragments.
Nice.
This already gives clear to rangers wanting to use ice, but to take further advantage of the ice fragments, Freezing Salvo has been upgraded to shoot additional cold arrows towards every fragment, giving you a nuke-like ability. We've also modified Snipe to consume frozen from enemies, dealing a huge amount more damage, giving you a nice ice single target option. And something you might notice about this is that the bonus is a lot higher against bosses. This is actually a change you'll see throughout the entire game. Since it's a lot harder to freeze a boss, you should get a bigger reward for it.
It's
Another theme you'll see throughout the
dopamine
game is
shattered.
making movement feel better. Toxic Growth is a skill that was pretty cool, but a bit annoying to use with the jump that it had. Now Toxic Growth is a range skill, so you can spam it more easily. And we've also added a new poison skill while we were at it, called Toxic Domain. It creates a small area around you that makes all your attacks create toxic growth pustules, but attached to monsters. Another skill that was annoying to use was Electrocuting Arrow. It's now just a regular arrow, making it easy to use. But it also means you can support it with projectile supports. And it now also has Area of Effect, making it a tool for more than just single target, and allowing it to scale into the endgame. We also added a new spirit reservation called Mirage Archer. This is a meta skill that allows you to create shadowy clones of yourself to use a skill of your choice.
What?
Of course, one of the other big problems the Ranger had was survivability.
I like lightning
Evasion
arrow.
was the weakest of the 3 defenses, and we wanted to change that. Currently, Evasion doesn't evade all types of hits in the game, so you're still vulnerable to things like slams or unblockable attacks. To make Evasion characters more tanky, we're adding a new mechanic called Deflect. Unlike Evasion, Deflect works on everything, and if you successfully deflect a hit, you take 40% less damage. Items can now give you a mod that gives you some amount of deflection based on your evasion. And there's a bunch of it available on the passive tree too. Deflection is rolled in addition to evasion, so this is an upgrade for regular hits too. And unlike evasion, there's no maximum chance. You can reach 100% deflect against all hits if you spec into it enough. Of course, this is a buff that helps all Dex characters, so the Mercenary and the Monk, but especially the Huntress, are seeing big defense boosts from this as well.
Wow, that sounds like you can be pretty
Speaking of
tanky.
defensive mechanics, let's talk about block and parry. Now, one of the big concerns on the release of the Huntress was parry feeling unreliable. One of the big reasons for this is there's a lot of hits that are not blockable, and thus not parryable either. So a huge balance change we're making is that now, everything is blockable, except for specifically unblockable red flash skills that bosses use. This makes parry much more reliable. And not only that, but to make block and parry nicer to use, you now also move faster than before while using these abilities. This is a massive buff to passive block as well. So to counter that, we did have to lower the max passive block a bit, but overall you should feel much safer. Fire skills on the warrior were not really cutting the mustard, so we decided we needed to upgrade a bunch of them, but also add some more as well. Let's start with a buff. Volcanic Fissure now branches into multiple fissures, giving it much more clearing potential. We've also added a new skill called Forge Hammer. This skill throws a molten hammer that does a slam at a distance. You can recall the hammer back by using the skill again if you like, but the cooler thing to do is to use a Warcry near it. Using a Warcry makes the hammer explode, making a bunch of volcanic fissures around. Volcanic fissures re-trigger when you slam them, so it's a great skill to make a flaming arena to fight a boss. We also buffed Perfect Strike to have much larger area of effect, and changed Molten Blast to not always force you to move forward. Trust me, it feels a lot better to use now.
Yeah, it
This
looks
skill
really
now
fun.
has massively boosted chance to ignite monsters as well. And you're going to want to ignite monsters due to a new glory skill called Ancestral Cry.
Thor build.
Ancestral Cry charges up with glory by igniting monsters, invoking King Kaum's favor. After you do, use it to channel Kaum's ancestral power.
Damn.
Every attack will be ancestrally boosted with fire. Your very steps will explode, triggering volcanic fissures.
Wow.
And molten balls will erupt from your attacks.
That's so crazy. That is
Warrior
insane.
shield skills were another area we wanted to improve. Now that we've got
That was
sprint,
awesome,
we actually
actually.
don't need to have a cooldown on shield charge anymore. It now also does more damage the further away you are when you use it. Shield wall got significantly
The
upgraded.
floor
that
is
week.
lava.
Also, you can shield charge right through it to trigger all the walls.
Yo.
We also added a new shield war cry. Fortifying Cry gives you a defensive buff, but it also builds up charge on your shield that empowers your other shield skills. And Magma Barrier now doesn't require timing in order to use. Just wait for your shield to charge up and block.
It looks really fun, honestly.
Seismic Cry now stuns enemies that are primed for stun.
It looks so satisfying.
And we changed the Sunder interaction with Armor Break. It now also gives a Sundered Armor debuff that makes enemies take 40% extra physical damage.
Sunder armor.
Great for
Classic.
bosses. Ancestral Warrior Totem has undergone some pretty significant changes too. We wanted the skill to feel more like using an alternate. That summoning an ancestor to fight for you was a big deal. So we've changed this totem to require 3 endurance charges to summon, and massively buffed its damage. It also now scales your weapon damage too.
Literally
Since there's no limit
cooking.
anymore, if you build around generating endurance charges, you can summon an entire forest of totems. In order to make that easier, we added some new sources of endurance charges. There's now a support to make Perfect Strike generate charges, and a support for generating endurance charges from heavy stuns as well. Speaking of totems, we wanted to upgrade the Warbringer. Among the other changes we've made to this class, Answered Call now gives an extra totem, and the spirits have just been generally buffed in many ways. Use it with your limitless ancestral warrior forest to make an army of Karui that would make Tukohama proud. We've also merged the Great Wolf Howl and Warcaller's Bellow support, so that you can get all